I'm Kara Infante, and this is Bookish Flights. In each episode, I chat with one bookish guest as we take some time to sample and savor the pairing recommendations from their bookish flight. We hope to give you suggestions to cultivate your TBR list and nurture your leisure time through books. In today's episode, I am chatting with my son, Marcos. Unfortunately, this week's scheduled release, I had some technological difficulties with the episode, so I don't have an episode to air this week as normal. So I invited my 8-year-old son to come on, who absolutely loves reading, and he is the biggest fan of my show. If I can tell you one sweet thing he said is that he hoped it would be around forever for his kids to listen to as well. So with that, welcome to the show, Marcos.
Hi, my name is Marcos, and I love reading. I love playing soccer, and I love basketball.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. I asked Marcos very last minute to prepare a book flight of books for us. And what is it that you love about reading, Marcos?
You can learn more about history, and it's actually really fun.
Yes. When do you like to read? What time of day?
Usually at night in my bed.
Okay. And what's your setup in your bed?
I usually just put my pillow on my wall, just relax on the pillow, and then I start reading.
Wonderful. So what type of books did you bring us today?
Poppy, I Survived, and Bad Kitty, and Magic Treehouse.
Okay. All right. Well, what's the first book of your book flight you want to tell us about?
Magic Treehouse. It's cool and it's eventual, and the mysteries to solve is really cool.
So you really like the adventures they have in Magic Treehouse.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of books in this series, so you'll be able to find these books. We are always able to find one at the library when we go and get new ones.
There's probably about 130 of them.
Yeah, so you will never have a lack of finding a Magic Treehouse book, and those are written by Mary Pope Osborne. Okay, what's the second book of your book flight?
Bad Kitty, He Never Behaves, and He's Really Funny, by Nick
Bruel. And these are really funny as well. They actually have these in picture books too, don't they? Right?
They're not technically comic books.
Oh, yeah, the graphic novels. Yep.
Yeah.
So this is technically a graphic novel, but they also have them in picture books as well, because I know we've read them with our younger kids in our family too, but they're really funny. Okay, and then
my next book is I Survived, How Kids Survived Disasters from History Long Ago, like how a kid survived a train attack by a avalanche. And you can learn more about history by Lauren Tarshish.
And I love these because my personal favorite genre is historical fiction. So I love reading these stories with Marcos because it's kind of the middle grade introduction to historical fiction.
So my reading level is technically over 6th grade. So that's how I got to read all these higher books.
Yeah, so he just took he does an accelerated reader at school, and so he just got an award this week. So my mama heart is happy. But it bumped up your reading level, right? So now he can rent out higher books from the school library, which is really fun. I figured I would also add a dessert pairing with this because Marcos and we homeschooled until this last year. And so we got to read lots of books together over the years. And one of the favorite books that I had read with Marcos was called Poppy. And it's by Avi. And this is a story of two mice. And Poppy and Ragweed are their names. Ragweed gets taken by Mr. Okax, which is a mean-spirited owl. And he's kind of kept this mice colony where Poppy and Ragweed live holed up in one area of the forest by various threats that live around the forest and where they can't lead. The problem of the story is that Poppy's family is becoming too large to find their food sources in the territory that they're kind of cornered into. So Poppy decides to face her fears and try to save her family by going out and adventuring into different areas of the forest to see if her family could maybe move and find additional food. And we love this book because I thought it taught the kids all about bravery, courage, determination, stepping up for something you believe in. the love of family, and it was a really great story. Was there anything else you loved about it, Marcos?
How she survived Mr. Okax.
Yeah, because Mr. Okax throughout the novel, he continues to kind of be a threat to Poppy
Yeah,
in the
and
story.
he technically killed Ragweed.
Yeah, so that happens within the first pages, so that's not a spoiler there. But yeah, Ragweed does die, so she has a really big fear she has to climb over and to go out in the forest and try, despite Mr. Okax following her. She also makes friends with Erith, which we think
a porcupine.
Yeah, he's
porcupine. He's really funny.
He has really good banter, though, in the book, and he's really funny. So that was Poppy by Avi. Well, Marcos, how I normally end my shows are with a speed round of questions, so you can just answer these really quick. Where is your favorite place to read?
My bed and the couch.
Okay, and are you a rereader?
Yes, I am. I love reading books like 1 or 2 times. It usually takes me about 2 to 5 days to finish a book.
Okay. And then lastly, what book are you reading next?
Geronimo Stilton. He is a guy who does a bunch of adventures with his family. He has his nephew, his brother, his sister, and then they go out and go fight bad guys, go have fun stuff. It's just, that's about Geronimo Stilton.
That's a hard one to say. Well, thank you so much, Marcos, for coming on the show with me today. I really appreciate all the time that you've given me.
Thank you.
Love you. Thank you so much for listening to my episode today with my son, Marcos. He is an 8-year-old boy, so if you have any 8-year-old boys in your life, they might love these books as well. I've had the idea of having my son on for a while, as well as other kids to share their love of reading too. So if you loved this episode, please let me know. You can drop me an email at bookishflights@gmail.com or on social media. While I have you here, we are almost to the 1-year mark of the show. So I have lots of fun surprises coming, as well as a giveaway. So stay tuned on our social media pages, Facebook and Instagram at bookishflights.com. If you love the show, would you consider sharing with a friend or family member? That is the best way to get the show out there. Thank you so much.